So this agent calls me up out of the blue and said, Derek, guess what? Do you remember when you came to Nice to play a game against Nice for your national team? And I went, yeah, I remember that. Well, guess what? Nice are really interested in signing you. So I was kind of shocked and I was kind of like taken back, and I was like, are you sure about that? What, OGC Nice, Nice in the south of France, OGC Nice? And he's like, yeah, they're really keen on you. They've been following your progress.
Like a big club.
Yeah, it's a massive, one of the most successful teams in France.
Won like 3 or 4 league titles.
Exactly. So I thought it was a prank call, to be honest, because I was not expecting a team of that level to be interested in me. But as it happened to be true, and I said, all right. So he managed to convince me that it was actually a true story and it wasn't a hoax. So I said, all right, that's great news. What's the next stage? And he said, you have to come to France. So I was thinking that, okay, that's fair enough, because guess what? My coach has just told me that he doesn't need me for next season. So this couldn't happen for at a more perfect time. So I'm just going to speak to him and get his permission to come over to France, obviously to negotiate contracts and to check the country out and to check the city out, check the team out, check the facilities out, see if I'm sure I'll like it, but I just want to do my due diligence to make sure that it's the first time I'm going out of the country that I'm not going to, I'm going to like give myself the best opportunity to do well. So I arranged a meeting with Gary Peters, and when I got to the meeting, he said like everything, a deal has been agreed with Swindon Town, and all I have to do is go and speak on personal terms. And so I said, yeah, all right, fair enough, that's great, but another team has come into the fold, which is OGC Nice, French top division side. And I can't, like, his face, I don't know, for some reason I felt bad energy from him as soon as I mentioned that another team from the south of France is interested in me in the top division in France. So I said, is it okay if I fly over to France to go and have the meeting with Nice and obviously check the city out, check the place out, check the club out, and see if I like it there, because apparently they want to sign me. And is that okay if I go over to Nice? So he turned around and told me that no, you're not going to Nice. And I was
How you doing, everyone? My name's Sean Mcgeeney. I'm the Director of Exposure Sport. Work in schools, doing lots of sports stuff. Known Derek a long time, the Tottenham Pele. Yeah, I just wanted to find out, rack your brains about your move to Nice, how it materialised, your thoughts at the time, how you were feeling. Because I've known you all the way through the journey. So
yeah, what's up, Sean? How you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah. Good to have you over at my place.
Thank you, thanks for the invite. It's been a long time, it's always good catching up with you,
Absolutely.
Seeing how you are. Thank you for inviting me to your beautiful home. I'm honoured to be here.
You're always welcome, always welcome.
Thank you.
So, today we're going to be talking about how his mind was when he was going to Nice, his thoughts, because I know it was a very tricky situation in your career, difficult time. And it should have been like the making of you, it should have been where you kick on at the highest level, the Premier League in France, their top division. So I just wanted you to like maybe tell the people how you're feeling. I know, because I was there, I was with you in Nice, I visited you for a couple of months. I feel like you need to talk about it to make yourself maybe reconcile with yourself in your own mind, how you're feeling, because I'm sure it's had an effect on you. So yeah, just, it'd be nice if you could tell the people more about the actual stay in Nice, the managers that you worked under, how you felt you were treated, given that they really chased you to come over there. and promised you lots of different things. And I feel that your story, you know, what you experienced, for you to talk to people and tell them can help their experience be better or make better decisions or different decisions, you know, to what they're doing at the moment, because there is hope, you know. But yeah, use your experience to help others.
Yeah, definitely that's all it's about. And like you said, it's been something that I haven't talked an awful lot about because of some personal reasons, and just because of the person I am. I'm such a proud person, and it's hard for me to talk about things like that. And sometimes it's good to talk about it so that you can move away from it, move on from it, and share it with other people, because I've kept everything in that only a few people like yourself and a few close family members know exactly what happened in Nice or what I went through. And I kept that under wraps because I don't know, it's hard to talk about things like this, because you always want people to see you in a good light, and you always want people to see you in the best possible way. But sometimes that's wrong, and sometimes it's just best to like just tell your story and just be proud and be everything happens for a reason, and just move on with it. Do you know what I mean?
So firstly, why don't you explain, I know, to the people how the Nice move actually came about, how when you first heard about the interest, etc.
The Nice move came about after the end of the season, the 2006-2007 season, where Shrewsbury Town got to the playoff final. We did really well, had a good successful season. I personally thought I had a really good season, and I put in some really good performances. We made it to Wembley, but unfortunately we lost in the playoff final to Bristol Rovers, which was a painful experience. But at the same time, I became the first Ghanaian player to play at Wembley, and I became one of the few players, professional players, to actually play at Wembley. So it was a good experience all in all. And basically at the end of the season, my manager at the time, Shrewsbury, called me into his office to have a chat with me, like a yearly review how things went. But to my surprise, he turned around and told me that for next season he's not going to need my services.
Wow, sounds a big shock.
Yeah, which came to me as a big shock, because at the end of the day, I thought I was fundamental in the success of Shrewsbury that year, and next year was only going to get better. He was only going to try and get to the next step, and I thought I had still a major part to play for the team. But unfortunately, obviously he had other plans. I don't know if he wanted to bring in other players. I don't know if he was speaking with so much emotion because he felt maybe the players had let him down in the playoff final. I don't know, but the words that came out of his mouth was a big shock to me, and I was really disappointed to hear it. But at the same time, he also went on to say that there's a team called Swindon Town that was interested in me, and he thought that would be a better move for me, because I'll get more, because he doesn't see me as playing as much next year. I'll get more game time, and they're keen on me to sign for them. Plus they were in a league above the league where Shrewsbury should have got promoted if we would have won the game at Wembley. So like I say, it was a big disappointing shock to me, and I accepted it. I took it, and then just went on about my business and see how the next few weeks will plan out. Because at that moment in time, all I wanted to do was go away for holidays and just put last season. Yeah, after a long season, put last season behind me. But obviously I couldn't, because I needed to know what my next move is. I needed to sort myself out for next year. Otherwise, I won't be able to go and relax.
What it's like for a normal person if they don't have a job, or you know, it's stressful. You know, you don't know where your income's coming from. You know, no one's made of money, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I needed to sort that out ASAP. So within that, the first time Nice ever came into my life, or I'd ever heard of Nice, was when I got called into the Ghana national team for my first international game, in which we played against. Does it happen quite a lot? Because it was the country, and we played against a club.
I think it might be like behind closed doors sort of thing, where they have an affiliation with a club. Or, you know, and it's good for the club because they get to see players that they might not have seen before.
Exactly. So the Ghana national team, my first game, the squad was really strong. So they called me because I had a really good end of the season with Chester City, where at one point I had 7 or 8
More or
goals.
less kept them up.
I kept them up. I had 7 or 8 goals in 4 games or something like that, and that was amazing. So obviously Ghana took note and invited me for the game against Nice. So that's what my affiliation with Nice came about. Played the games against them at Nice's ground. It was a nice experience. South of France, beautiful place. So that's my first affiliation with Nice. So obviously Nice kept tabs on me. I think they was following my progress, and I scored. Like from when Nice came into my life, if you think about it, the last few games for Chester, I scored like 7 or 8 goals, and then I went on to play another 40 games for Shrewsbury and scored another 11 goals. So that's basically 21 goals if you think about it in about
over a season.
Yeah, over a season. So that's quite impressive, and I had quite a lot of assists. So they obviously held me, thought I was a good player, and they inquired about me. They contacted an agent that I had a dealing with after the Ghana game. He asked me if I wanted to go to Europe to play like top flight football, because I was still looking for a club after the Chester City season. So I knew the agent. He tried to get me to go to Greece, a top team in Greece, but at the time I thought England was football. I didn't know football outside of England, so I wasn't sure that I wanted to go away. I wanted to play in England. I wanted to prove myself in England, so I decided to stay in England and sign for Shrewsbury Town. So this agent calls me up out of the blue and said, "Derek, guess what? Do you remember when you came to Nice to play a game against Nice for your national team?" And I went, yeah, I remember that. Well, guess what? Nice are really, really interested in signing you. So I was kind of shocked, and I was kind of like taken back, and I was like, are you sure about that? What, OGC Nice? Nice in the south of France, OGC Nice? And he's like, yeah, they're really keen on you. They've been following your progress.
Like a big club.
Yeah, it's a massive, one of the most successful teams in France.
Like 3 or 4 league titles.
Exactly. So I thought it was a prank call, to be honest, because I was not expecting a team of that level to be interested in me. But as it happened to be true, and I said, all right. So he managed to convince me that it was actually a true story and it wasn't a hoax. So I said, all right, that's great news. What's the next stage? And he said, you have to come to France. So I was thinking that, okay, that's fair enough, because guess what? My coach has just told me that he doesn't need